What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Christian J Show. So, today's topic, we're going to talk about my top 20 TV shows and my top 20 movies. So, let's go ahead and dive into it. So, coming in at number 20, we have That 70s Show. Yes, That 70s Show is a good show. I love it. And obviously, I don't like what happened with one of the people had, but I don't condone that. I mean, I never really liked Hyde in the first place on That 70s Show. I thought he was, he was just a little too, what's the word? I can't find the word for it, but he was just a little too much, basically. So, coming in at number 19, we have The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Now, I love The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. That was my childhood. Like, my childhood. I used to wake up every Saturday morning watching it, laugh. It was amazing. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing like a reboot kind of something, but I don't know how they would do that though. But sometimes certain TV shows just need to be left alone. Okay. Yes, sometimes certain TV shows need to be left alone. So, coming in at number 18 is King of the Hill. Now, before I go any further, this is my list. These are my opinions. I don't care if you don't like it. It's not yours. Make your own list. Okay? Thank you. So, like I said, coming in number 18 is King of the Hill. King of the Hill is one of those shows where you can laugh and then it make you feel like, oh, I feel bad for this person. But overall, it's funny. It's funny. It's lighthearted. I love it. Number 17, we have Braxton Family Values. Now, when I tell you Braxton Family Values, I love Braxton Family Values. Now, in light of recent things that just popped up about the Braxtons, I don't like how everyone made it seem like Tamar and Tracy were the villains of the family. Because all of them have their own skeletons in the closet. Now, we all know Tamar. We all know Tamar. Yeah, Tamar, she's loud. But she's loud. Sometimes she's obnoxious sometimes. But was she wrong in half of the time? No, she wasn't. Was her delivery wrong? Yes, it was. I feel like a lot of them, they're not opening to see like, oh, well, this is the part where I went wrong, or this is where everything went wrong, because they're trying to blame it on Tamar. Like that whole thing when Miss E was going to get married to Doc, and Trina and Tawanda was saying how many they had at their wedding, and then Tamar said, I had 50. They're like, well, that's your wedding. I'm like, well, y'all just said how many y'all had at y'all wedding, so why y'all get mad at Tamar? Because she said how many she had at her wedding. Like, what we doing? And Tracy, she was never the villain. Tracy was hurt. And I feel like they never really gave her an apology like she wanted. They never gave her the satisfaction of having that apology, if you know what I mean. Basically, they never gave her the satisfaction of giving her that apology of leaving her when they was going to start a group together. Yeah. So, coming in at number 16. 16? Child, I forgot the number. Okay, 20 was that 70s Show. 18 was Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. 17 was King of the Hill. 16. No, number 19 was King of the Hill. Okay, we had 16 now, y'all. I don't know why I don't know my numbers these days. It's like, okay, like I said, 20, That 70s Show. 19, King of the Hill. No, Zack and Cody. 18, King of the Hill. 17, Braxton Family Values. 16, Empire. Now, Empire, I love me some Cookie. I love Cookie. Taraji P. Henson is one of my favorite actresses anyway, so baby, Cookie was made for her. She was made to play Cookie. I can't see nobody else playing Cookie but Taraji P. Henson. And then her and Lucius, I was like, either get together or don't, because y'all doing this back and forth. Y'all know y'all want each other. Go and get together. Now, I thought Empire was going to go off differently than it did, but you know, I'm not the writer, so. All right, coming in at number 16 is Star. Now, Star was one of those shows where you were like, that's how y'all ended it? Seriously? That's how y'all want to end this? That's the type of show Star was. Because they ended it so abruptly. Like, we didn't know what was going to go happen or whatever. They just ended it. I was mad. Coming in at number 15, Austin and Ally. Now, Austin and Ally is one of those shows I grew up on, of course. Well, they came after, like, that 70s show and all, not that. They came after, like, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and all of that. But I still grew up on it a little bit. Now, sometimes, I didn't like how they got mad at Ally for half of the stuff that she did. Half the time she wouldn't, what y'all getting mad at her for? But you know, they all came friends at the end. So they were still friends anyway, so I'm good. Coming at number 15. 15, we have Family Guy. Now, I love me some Family Guy. Like, I laugh every time with Family Guy because it's that funny. Now, the older episodes of Family Guy was amazing. So, yeah, because a lot of people say that, well, the older Family Guy was better than newer Family Guy. Okay, sometimes old is good, but then sometimes new is a little bit better. And I feel like they're basically, the old one is good, but I like the new one, also. That sometimes people are so stuck in the past that they don't know how to move on, they don't know how to evolve. And that's people's problem these days. They don't know how to evolve. They like to stay stuck right there in that past. So, coming in number 14, we have Black Lightning. Now, Black Lightning is one of my favorite superhero shows. I hated that they ended it so quickly because I feel like they had a lot more story to tell, but the CW really wasn't promoting Black Lightning like they should have been. They really wasn't doing anything with Black Lightning. Yeah, sure, you had big names in the show, but they really wasn't promoting it like they should have been promoting it. If you get what I'm saying. Like, sometimes they'll just like show a clip or something, or they're just like, okay, they'll do one promo or something, and that's it. Now, it's amazing that Netflix, when Black Lightning went on Netflix, because the CW had they deal with Netflix, Black Lightning was one of the top shows because Netflix knew how to promote that. I feel like they should have moved Black Lightning to Netflix. I feel like it would have did a little bit better. It probably would have kept going for a little while longer, if you get what I'm saying. So, coming in at number 13, we have Quantico. Now, Quantico stars Priyanka Chopra. You know, if you don't know who Priyanka Chopra is, which everybody should know who she is because she's married to Nick Jonas. The series stars her as Alex Parrish. She is an FBI agent who was framed for a Grand Central bombing. And she has to uncover who is the terrorist. And it takes you back to the days at Quantico so you can see who everybody is and how they act and everything. So I really like how they did that. And that honestly, that's one of the best parts about Quantico. Season 2 of Quantico, I was right there with it as usual. Season 3, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't. Everything was turned around, basically. You had Ryan and Shelby. Ryan was Alex's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend slash lover slash friends with benefits slash hookup half of the time. Yeah. Slash ex-fiance. And Shelby was Alex's best friend. So those, yeah, crazy. That's why the third season didn't make any sense to me. But it was on ABC, and I know it's on Hulu and Disney Plus. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. Coming in at number 13, we have The Golden Girls. Now, I love The Golden Girls. Like, every time I watch The Golden Girls, I laugh because they're just that funny. I know they were talking about doing a reboot of The Golden Girls, but they was talking about like doing it with an all-black cast. I mean, I would like to see that, but to be honest, leave The Golden Girls alone. That's one of the classic shows you can't touch, basically. And besides, with Betty White, with her being gone, it really doesn't make any sense because I know if they would do a reboot of the Golden Girls, they would have had the Golden Girl be a guest star or something. They would have had her in there. And with her being gone, it just doesn't make any sense to try to reboot the show so like the newer generation can experience the magic of the Golden Girls. It doesn't make any sense. But I mean, if they reboot it, I might watch it. I mean, you know me, I might watch it. But I know that it's not going to go the distance because a lot of people don't want to see the Golden Girls get rebooted. And then a lot of people don't want to see an all-black cast. That's just the reality that we live in today with people not wanting to see an all-black cast because, oh my God, it's just too much. Okay. Coming to number 12, we have Once Upon a Time. Now, Once Upon a Time, that show is like one of my all-time favorites. And it was hard not to put it in my top 10, but it's right there close to the top 10, so we good. It's in my top 15 though, so we good. Once Upon a Time is one of those shows that captivates you in from the first episode. It ran for 7 seasons. It ran for 6 seasons because we don't talk about the 7th season because 7th season did not make any sense. So, overall, it's a good show. You catch it on Disney Plus or Hulu. Coming in at number 11 is Revenge. Now, Revenge stars Emily Van Camp and Josh Bowman and Madeline Stowe. If you don't know who Emily Van Camp is, she was in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, I think. I think it was that one. What's her name? Sharon? I think it was Sharon. She played Sharon. Or better, if you don't, she was in, what's that show called? What's that show? She was in this show on Fox. I think it was called The Resident. If I'm not mistaken, it was called The Resident. Yeah, she was in the show called The Resident. And she was in Captain America and Winter Soldier. Now, she is also married to her co-star, Josh Bowman, who played Daniel Grayson. So I'm glad about that. I was happy about that. I was like, okay, good. I love it. But Revenge is one of those shows. It's like when it comes on, it says this is not a story about forgiveness. I mean, baby, we could see that the show is called Revenge. So what you think? You thought I was gonna think, oh well, she's gonna forgive people. Nah, baby, she's out for revenge. But Revenge ran for 4 seasons, I think. Yeah, 4 before it ended. And when I tell you, I did not like that ending. But I liked the ending, but I did not like how Daniel died. I mean, Daniel like died, but he died saving Emily. So it was a good love story, basically. You catch that on Disney Plus and Hulu because Hulu is with Disney Plus. And I think I said number 12. I think I did. Okay, like I said, I did number 12, so that was number 11. Time for the top 10, baby. Top 10. Coming in at number 10, we have Titans. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of controversy for a lot of people because a lot of people really didn't like Titans. But I actually love Titans. I feel like a lot of people are so focused more on like the CGI of movies and TV these days, especially superhero movies and TV shows. It's like, who cares about the CGI? Like, watch it and be done with it. But I feel like the main problem with Titans kind of was the writing. The writing was there the first season. Like, the first season was good. But then, second season, they started adding more people. Then the writing kept getting, like, a little loose. And it really wasn't going anywhere, basically. So, but I love Titans, though. I do. Coming in at number 9, we have Living Single. Now, Living Single, baby, we have a bunch of household names. You have the Queen Latifah, the Kim Fields, the Erica Alexander, and so many more. Baby, Living Single, they was living. They really wasn't single half the time, but they was living. Yeah, I feel like where the show kind of lost me was that last season when they added all them older people. Trip. And it basically didn't feel like Living Single no more. Because Kyle wasn't there, then Regine had left. And basically it really wasn't no more. It wasn't really Living Single like, it didn't live in single like it's supposed to live in single. Coming in number 8, we have Glee. Now, Glee, baby, when I tell you about Glee, I feel like if Glee was still going, or if it was still here, or if it would have been created later, or whatever, I can honestly see them doing some of the music that we have now. Like, I can honestly see Quinn doing Taste by Sabrina Carpenter with Finn, if she's looking at Finn and Rachel. And I could see either Mercedes or Santana doing I'm That Girl by Beyonce. And then probably Rachel would have did she would have did Fortnite by Taylor Swift. She would have did Fortnite by Taylor Swift with Finn. Yeah, of course. Die With a Smile is gonna, it has to be out of Rachel and Finn or Sam and Mercedes. Or better yet, Brittany and Santana. Or Kurt and Blaine. Those 4, I would have chose either to do Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Now, when it comes to the other albums, like Cowboy Carter and Brat, okay, yeah, I could see them doing Brat. Honestly, I could see them doing Brat. And I definitely see them doing Cowboy Carter. I could definitely see them doing Cowboy Carter because, baby Mercedes, her and Kurt loved them some Beyonce. And then Unique would have done one of Beyonce's songs, the way Unique Adams, they would have did one of Beyonce's songs. Plus Britney, she would have did one of Beyonce's songs because, Britney did Run the World. And then actually Heather Morris was one of Beyonce's backup dancers. So if you didn't know that, that's a little fun fact. Okay? So, Coming in at number 7, we have Supergirl. Now, Supergirl stars another Glee star, Melissa Benoist. She played Marley on Glee. So, Supergirl. Okay, now, Supergirl kind of lost me in the 4th season. It kind of lost me. I was kind of confused in the 4th season. But overall, it was a good show. I love it. I still rewatch it. So I don't understand how people like, oh, Supergirl was never this, it was never that. But then they'll throw like, oh, well, it got woke at the end. Y'all throw that word woke around so much, y'all don't even know what woke means anymore. Y'all don't know. Y'all always say, oh, it's woke, it's woke. No, it's not woke. Have this stuff is not woke. Okay? So coming in at number 6, we have The Flash. Now, The Flash, baby, when The Flash first premiered, I was right there with it. I said, ooh, they got one of my favorite superheroes. I'm finna watch this show. Like, I never missed a night. I never missed a night to watch The Flash. I would say the last good season of The Flash was season 4. Season 5 was okay. Season 6 was Season 7 was Season 8 was okay. But season 1 through 4 was amazing. And I feel like everyone hates on Iris for no apparent reason. Like, I've seen people say, oh my gosh, why is she black? Or why she always has something to say, or she always says something about We Are the Flash. But they forget that Barry is the one that said We Are the Flash first. He the one that told everybody We Are the Flash. Like, okay, so you're the Flash. They'll tell them, no, you're the Flash, but no, We Are the Flash. But then they'll get mad at her because she said it. But they wouldn't get mad at anybody else if they would have said it. You could get what I'm saying. They wouldn't get mad at Caitlyn if she said We Are the Flash. But they got mad at Iris because she said We Are the Flash. And plus, there was so many people leaving racist comments, making racist comments about Candace Patton, who played Iris. So that's why I said half of them people that watched the show was racist, because they didn't like that Iris was played by a black woman, and they did not like Candace Patton because she was black, and they did not like Iris because she was black too. So, yeah. Coming in at number 5, we have Reba. Now, baby, Reba, I feel like Reba could have been a drama, like a dramatic TV show, like kind of almost like soap opera style, but not soap opera, but it could have been like a drama or like a dramedy. Because I didn't like how they just like laughed at the pain, basically. Like they had that laugh track going. I'm like, baby, Reba's hurting. How you laughing? You make me mad. But I didn't like how they made Reba feel bad for Barbara Jean when Barbara Jean was the one who took Reba's husband. And Brock really never got any of the smoke, basically. He never caught any smoke. And the fact that he was up there, he didn't really defend. No, he. What I want to say? He what it was? The children that really got mad at him for breaking up the marriage. It's crazy. Now, coming in at number 3, we in the top 3 now. What's number 4? Baby, I done forgot. Number 4, chat. Everybody make mistakes, so I don't need everybody like, oh, well, you said this. No, everybody makes mistakes. Now, coming in at number 4, we have The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Baby, I need Nene back on my screen. I need her to come on back. And you and Nene, y'all go ahead and make up, kiss and make up, and put Nene back on my screen. But let me tell you, don't put her in that trailer. Don't put her in that trailer. If you're gonna surprise the fans, don't put her in that trailer. Don't tell nobody. Don't reach out no blogs or anything. Keep this thing up under wraps. Tell everybody you cannot say anything about NeNe Leakes coming back because you want that to be a surprise for everyone. Now, how you gonna do it? If she's in that trailer, don't show her at all. Don't even show like a clip of her. Y'all need to go through that editing room and make sure you don't see any clips of her. Edit that thing so good so everybody doesn't know that NeNe is back. And you want to introduce her the first episode, but before y'all end that episode, we want everybody to see Miss NeNe walking. And you know how she do. Hello. Baby, I want to see NeNe back on my screen. Okay? I want to see NeNe back on the screen. Now we in the top 3. Coming in at number 3, we have Criminal Minds. Now, let me tell you something right now. Criminal Minds, baby. Criminal Minds be criminal minding. Now, it does get a little too graphic in the later seasons. Like, that's why I had to kind of like distance. But overall, it's still a good show. I still love it. It's one of my favorite shows. All right, okay. Coming in at number 2, we have 911. Anybody that knows me, they know I love 911. 911 is one of those shows where, like I said, captivates you, to be honest. It really does. And when you have a show that captivates you, it really makes watching the show more meaningful. But one thing that I know for a fact, 911 fandom is very divisive. Like, you have so many people shipping Buddy, that's Eddie and Buck. They have people shipping Tommy and Buck. Then you have the weird people shipping Ryan Guzman and Oliver Stark. Like, are you well in the head? Why are you shipping the actors? Ship the characters all you want, but don't ship the actors. Now, coming in at number 1. Now, it was a time when I was writing it out, and I was saying, like, okay, who can I put at number 1? Is it this show or is it that show? And I tell you, it was a tie. So I just said, you know what? Number 1 is going to be 2 people, 2 shows. So coming in at number 1 is Grey's Anatomy and Desperate Housewives. Okay. Let's start off with Grey's Anatomy first. Grey's Anatomy, one of my all-time favorite shows. Premiered in 2005. I think I was 2 at the time. So I really didn't start. No, I did. I really didn't start watching until, like, let's see, around about season 4-ish. Season 4 or 5-ish, kind of. And when I tell you, that show, it has touched. It touched me. It has touched me because sometimes I could feel depressed, and I'll turn on Grey's Anatomy, and it's like it calms me down. Basically, it soothes me and everything. And the fact that it's still going on for this many years, and this many seasons, I don't care how long y'all go. Y'all can go as long as Law and Order SVU. Okay, y'all go as long as them. I don't care. As long as you keep going. All right. And I know we have lost major characters. Derek, Mark, Lexi. And then we did Christina, Jackson, April, Maggie. And I don't like how everybody gets mad. I don't like how everybody talks about Maggie. Like, the lady did nothing to y'all. Like, y'all said, oh, she's a replacement of Lexi. If she was a replacement of Lexi, don't you think she would have been bully and bright like Lexi was? Maggie is not a replacement of Lexi. Like, it's giving, you know what? Because there are a lot more people on that show who have done worse than Maggie, who have done the same thing that Maggie has done, but Maggie gets all the hate. Yeah. And I don't like how everyone always brings up Owen cheating when Arizona has cheated, Derek has cheated, George cheated, Alex cheated. Yeah, he did. Because he was with Izzy at the time when he got with what's her name? Olivia the second time. The first time he was with her, but then she left him for George, and that's how George got syphilis. Mark cheated, but everybody loves Mark now. But Owen has done things that cause him to get hated on a lot more. But I don't think if it was anybody else, I don't think they would have got the same amount of hate that Owen got. I don't think they would have. But you know, like I said, Grey's Anatomy has been around for a long time. And one of my favorite characters is Dr. Miranda Bailey. And I know everybody's like, oh, well, she's jealous of Meredith. No, she is not jealous of Meredith. Do y'all listen to the show? Bailey said she raised Meredith, which basically she did. She molded her to a great doctor. And even though Meredith is Ellis's child, Meredith did not receive no love from Ellis anyway. So Bailey is like her mama. If you get what I'm saying, if you get what I'm putting down. So like any parent, they get upset and they get mad with their children when they make dumb decisions. And Meredith has made some dumb decisions. And she has. Even though season 16, I really didn't like Bailey. Because that was when the whole trial was going on, when Meredith had got fired. Her, Richard, and Alex got fired for the insurance fraud. I really didn't like Bailey then, but I was like, well, you know what? If Bailey didn't fire them, the Fox Foundation was going to fire them and Bailey, because Bailey wasn't going to fire them. So anybody that does not get that, they just don't get it. Now, for Desperate Housewives. Baby, let me tell you, Desperate Housewives, one thing about them, they go put on a show. They go captivate you from the first episode to the last. And I still hate that they kill Mike. Like, can't y'all let Susan be happy for once? I would like to see what everyone did after. Like, what Susan did after she left the lane. Like, where did she say where she was going? I think she did. I just probably forgot. But I want to see how she handled life without Mike, because Mike was her true love. He was a soulmate. So that one, did she start dating again, or did she get remarried, or did she just stay single? If I would just stay single, because baby, if my soulmate died and I know what it took to get them, I ain't finna get married again. Or I might date, but baby, we're not going that far. We're not going that far. Now they all have done some questionable things, except for Bree. I think Bree is the only one that hasn't done any questionable things. I think she's oh well no she did cover up Andrew's she did cover up for Andrew, but what mama wouldn't cover up for their child though? Exactly. I know Gabby. She did really questionable things. And the first season with John Rowland. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. Now Susan, I feel like everybody misunderstands Susan. The show is called Desperate Housewives. Susan is the in, antithesis of desperate. Okay, she is the desperate housewife. So she is. So that's why I feel like a lot of people hate on Susan just for hating on her, just for her doing stuff that a desperate person would do. That girl is desperate. She wanted Mike to love her so bad. But now I do agree with Susan on this. And I kind of agree with Mike on this too. When Susan had sent Zach away to Utah and Mike found out, I kind of agree with Susan. Like, he already stalked Julie before. He was already being a creep with Julie. So why would she allow him to be around her again? No, allow him to be around her again. Because this time he may hurt her. And I get where Mike was coming from. That's his son. But that's her daughter. And she has to look out for her daughter. She has to protect her daughter. So that's why she sent Zach away. I would have sent him away too. But bump Julie, sir, you got to go. You was a little creepy. So, if you don't know where to find all of these shows, half of them are on Peacock. Well, two of them, I think, are on Peacock. Two are on Peacock. The rest are basically like on Hulu and Disney Plus. Time for honorable mentions of the TV shows. I could not choose. It was a bunch of TV shows I watched, but I could not choose. I just couldn't choose because I wanted to put where I wanted to put them in. So we have The Nanny, one of my favorites. We have these are honorable mentions, okay? So The Nanny, we have Chicago PD, Law and Order SVU, Law and Order, the original one. That's So Raven, Hannah Montana, Phineas and Ferb, Ant Farm, what's that show? 911 Lone Star, Cougar Town. I don't forgot what shows it was I was looking at. Oh yeah, Modern Family. Superstore. If you don't know who Superstore is, that if you don't know the show Superstore is on Peacock. And so many more. I might bring this list back again, probably next season. I might do it again. I might do like a part two to my top TV show list. But this I might add on. Basically, it's gonna be the top 20 again, but I'm just gonna add from down on. So we'll be starting at 40 next season, I think. If it's gospel and not be able to do another season, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So here we might be bringing the top TV show list back again next season. Now, on for the movies. Like it's been a big year for movies. It's been a big year for everything. So let's go ahead and get to my top 20 movies. Coming in at number 20 is the Snyder Cut of the Justice League. So Justice League Snyder Cut. Now, you can find that on Max. Now, before I even go any further, Big Bang Theory was on the honorable mentions. There we go. That's what I was missing. So back to the movies. So Snyder Cut of the Justice League, it has a more darker tone to it than the original one, to the one that we all know, that we saw in the movie theaters. It has a darker tone to it in comparison to that one. This one, Snyder Cut's on was like long as hell. It was like long. I think it was like a 7-hour movie, or 4 hour, 5 hour, six. It was in one of those ranges of a long movie. Now, overall, I actually liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I did. They're like, oh well, Superman isn't dark. He doesn't do all this dark. He's not that dark. In reference to like the character, not the actor, the character. And I feel like everyone, they think that that DCU was supposed to be like the MCU. No, DCU has a much darker tone to it. I mean, they have a superhero called Batman. You know that man don't care. So of course they're not gonna be doing like a family friendly or a bright movie like the MCU does. They're gonna have a dark movie. It's gonna be like a more mature, whatever tone to that movie. So that's what the Snyder Cut Justice League was. But it was long. So next one would probably be Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds. Now I know Ryan Reynolds, he hates that movie, but sir, you have other movies that you are bad at that was not good. So let's not act like Green Lantern was the only movie that was bad, because you have other movies that was bad. Okay, thank you. Green Lantern really wasn't that bad. It was just like the writing, to be honest. And I know they say this a lot on TikTok, like, why y'all care about the writing? But sometimes you can't help but hear the writing. Sometimes you can't help but cringe at the writing, basically. I mean, sometimes I care less about the writing. As long as the movie is good, I'm getting action in an action movie. Because a lot of times we don't see a lot of action in action movies, because sometimes they want to talk so much. It's an action movie. I want to see some action. I want to see people getting knocked out. But no, you're sitting up here talking so much. I need the action. I need you to knock somebody out, basically. But overall, I liked I like Green Lantern, basically. I liked it. Coming in at number 18, we have Wonder Woman. Now, Wonder Woman, I know a lot of people, they don't like Gal Gadot, but I like to separate the actor from the character. So, Wonder Woman. I'm not thinking about Gal Gadot. Even though I think that was the best she ever acted in a movie. But we're going to talk about the movie. The movie, it was good. Like, I liked it. That was a good movie, to be honest. But it was such a letdown that the second one did not live up to the hype of the first one. And I don't like that. I don't like when a sequel is not going to live up to the hype of the first movie that had so much hype. It had such a good thing, basically. Yeah, you can get what I'm saying. So coming in at number 17, we have Selena. Now, Selena, I love Selena. When I first heard about Selena, when it was like, it was my senior year of high school, basically. Yeah, my senior year of high school, that's when I kind of like, I was introduced to Selena. And I remember we were sitting in Spanish class, and it was, what month was like March. It was March, and we were watching Selena the movie with Jennifer Lopez, and what song that was? It like instantly, like I was like, okay, I like it. La Carcha. Hopefully I said it right. If I didn't, I apologize. And just from that scene alone, I was like, this lady can move. Like, I wonder what happened. I'm like, did you stop making music? Like, because I didn't know anything about her. I was like, oh, did she stop making music? I'm like, where's she at? Until we saw at the end, she was shot. I said, now I was up here looking to see where she stopped making music. Did she stop making music or what? Because I didn't know. Because that was my first time hearing about Selena. So you be like, oh, well, how you didn't know? That's so disrespectful. First of all, I just said my first time hearing about Selena. So don't sit up here and act like, oh, he just trying to be disrespectful. Because, baby, I'm never disrespectful. I'm disrespectful to people that be disrespectful to me, but I'm never disrespectful to the dead. I'm never disrespectful to the dead. I'm never dead. Like I said, I did not know who Selena was. Mind you, I'm a '03 baby. I did not know about Selena until my senior year of high school. And now I can't stop listening to her songs. Dreaming of You, baby, Dreaming of You makes me crying of you. Because that song right there is amazing. Plus you have I Could Fall in Love, and Where Did the Feeling Go? Like, Yolanda, you know what? You better stay in there if you know what's good for you, honey. Because, you know, the Mexican cartel already got a hit out on you. I mean, if I was you, I would stay where it's guarded. But no, you want to file a petition. Oh, yeah, y'all didn't know that? Yolanda filed a petition to get parole. Now, I don't think she's going to get it. But stranger things have happened. Look who's about to be sworn as the president. So, stranger things have happened. But I don't think she's going to get it. I mean, if I was her, I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't leave that building for nothing. I really wouldn't. I'd be like, you know what? Bump this parole. I'm going to stay in here because I know what's going to happen to me when I get outside. Baby. Yo caca. You know what's good for you. Stay indoors. I bet you know what? Come on out. Go on. Come on out, honey. We ain't gonna hurt you. Get her. This is for Selena. Get her. Child. Now, if it was me, hey, baby, I would torture Yolanda all day long. If they would tell me that, oh yeah, she's coming to this prison, I would say, you know what? Let me find a painter. I'm gonna say, put her in this exact cell. I would have a painter paint the whole wall, nothing but Selena. Paint a mural on every piece of brick there is. I find Selena bed sheets. I tell them paint the floors, Selena. Paint the toilet, Selena. Baby, put some curtains up of Selena. I tell them put a stereo in that room above where she can't reach it. Only to her room, I will torture her with Selena songs every day. I mean, I would torture that lady every day with Selena songs. she'll go mad. Then just for the heck of it, I'll come on. You killed me. I'm sorry. I mean, just for that, I would do that if I was one of the guards there. I would torture her. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, I would do that for real. Now, coming in at number 16, we have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Now, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, to be honest, I honestly really didn't like that one. If we're being honest, because we're going to be honest with me. I really didn't like it. First of all, everyone kind of turned on Harry as they always do in the movie. Every time, it seemed like every movie except for the first one, everyone always turns on Harry for no apparent reason. Sometimes Ron he turns on Harry. Now, the Goblet of Fire, everybody should know Harry was not going to put his name in the Goblet of Fire. Because first of all, 4th years can't do it, only 5th years up. But we all know Moody, the man that was portraying to be Moody, he did. Because Voldemort was coming back. And I didn't really like how everybody didn't believe, although that was the 5th one. But anyway, the contents of the 4th. I don't like how everybody didn't believe that Voldemort was back. When Harry came back with Cedric's body, he said, he's back. Voldemort is back. I was like, y'all ain't worried? I mean, y'all ain't running around scared? Baby, somebody tell me he back, I'm gone. I'm getting out. You know, y'all could email me my work to my house. Then I'm going back home. Maybe I'm going to stay in the dormitory. Spend an hour with my work. Matter of fact, put me on with Zoom, with Wizard Zoom. Put me on the I'll stay in the dormitory and do my work, because I'm not coming out. I'm not. I wouldn't dare. Coming in at number 15, we have Iron Man 2. I was going to say 3, but I changed my mind. Iron Man 2. Let's see. Iron Man 2 was actually a good movie. Some parts was like, but overall, some parts was good. I liked it. It was a nice movie. Coming in at number 14, Iron Man 3. Now, I really like Iron Man 3. Because, like, one of my favorite superheroes is Iron Man, basically. Because I always wanted to suit like Iron Man. And wanted to shoot those little beams. I really wanted to do that. I really wanted that, to be honest. But Tony Stark, give me a loan. I mean, yeah, give it to me, because I'm not paying it back. You know you got some money. You know you got a good bit of money. And I think they was talking about they was gonna have Iron Man to come back. I know Robert Downey Jr. was coming back to play Doctor Doom in Avengers. Is it Secret Wars or something? I think that's it. I think it's Secret Wars. He's coming back, or Doomsday. I think it's Doomsday. I mean, I wouldn't have announced it that soon. I would have waited till the movie came out in theaters. But I know somebody will spoil it anyway. because that's what people do. They can't. I don't understand that. What's so hard about staying off your phone and stop spoiling the movie when it first comes out? Because now they don't want to go watch it no more because you don't spoil it. You don't spoil who came back, and now it's like, okay, well, you know what? There's no point in going watch the movie because I'm not going to be surprised. I'm going to watch the movie. Oh, yeah, I knew he was coming back. It's not fun, and I don't like how everybody's like, well, y'all could just log off social media. No, you could just log off your phone. You could just put your phone down and actually enjoy a movie. That's what you can do. Nobody should have to sit up here and get off of social media, all because you don't know how to stay off your phone during the movie. You don't know how to stay off your phone for like at least 2 or 3 hours to watch a movie. You have to be on your phone because that's how you are. Like, don't sit up here and be like, well, if you don't want to spoil the movie, don't be on social media. No, you should be considering others who want to go watch the movie and not spoil it. Everyone always says no spoilers, but y'all always put a spoiler out there on social media for everybody to see. Just like it was with Spider-Man No Way Home, which brings me to number 13. So coming in number 13, we're going to continue with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which would be Spider-Man No Way Home. So Spider-Man No Way Home, actually I was going to see it. I was going to purchase my ticket to go see it. Before I even purchased my ticket, I was scrolling on TikTok because, I wanted to see what TikTok was doing. I wanted to laugh. As soon as I got to a video, it was a spoiler about Spider-Man No Way Home. And it showed where Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire came back. I'm like, so I wound up not getting my ticket. I wound up not going to the theaters to watch it because what was the point of me watching it? You spoiled the movie. You spoiled the surprise. I want this because there were hints that, oh yeah, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be in it. But then you had Andrew Garfield saying, no, I'm not in it. I don't know anything about the film. I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to go see it. I want to see who going to be in it. Is Andrew and Tobey going to be in it? Or is just Andrew going to be in it? Or is it just going to be Tobey going to be in it? Or is neither one of them going to be in it? Like, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to get my ticket. And I know everybody's like, what? You could scroll. Oh, you could not post it on TikTok. You can do that. You cannot post anything. And it's really bad with these, like, movie reviewers. They'll come on and give a whole speech about why this or what happened. I'm like, can y'all not? Like, seriously, can y'all at least stay off of social media for one day? Can y'all at least not tell the movie? So, well, spoilers ahead. No. Give your review once everybody has at least seen it once. Or at least it's been out for a while. Give your review after 3 weeks. That gives everybody time enough to go see the movie. Or better yet, see the movie online because we all know have time to be online. So I wound up not going to watch the movie because I already saw it. Saw what was going to happen. I was like, well, you know what? Ain't no point of me going to watch the movie because I'm going to be sitting there like, oh, but I knew he was coming back anyway. It's not going to be a surprise for me to see it. You get what I'm saying? Coming in at number 12, we have Man of Steel. Now, the Man of Steel, I know everyone is trying to compare that to this new Superman movie that's coming out this year. I think it's this year. Yeah, this year. But I'm like, you can't compare either one of them because first of all, that movie hasn't even came out yet. So how are you comparing that movie? Is it this year? Yeah, they say this year was it 2026. I want to say it was this year it's going to come out. But I could be wrong. But I want to say it's going to be this year in July that it's going to come out. Because, yeah, it's this year that's going to come out. July 11th. That's when it's going to come out. So I'm ready to see it, to be honest. I'm ready to see it. And I know that they're going to have Supergirl in it. And I know a lot of people's talking about they're going to make a movie about Supergirl. So I was like, well, you know what? I hope they do it good. I hope they do it justice. And to be honest, they could bring back Melissa Benoist as well to like a different universe. Because I think DC, they're doing the multiverse as well. They have a multiverse too. So, I mean, they do have a multiverse because there are different variations of Batman, Superman, Green Lantern. There are different variations of all those superheroes. But honestly, I do wish they would. I really wish they would have did something with the New 52. If you know what the New 52 is, yeah, you would have wished they would have done something with the New 52 because all of those comic books of the New 52 could have been made into a series of movies like Justice League. You had Supergirl. You had a bunch of others. But anyway, I digress. They do how they want to do. Maybe I was wrong, or maybe I am wrong for trying to put the New 52 into the movies. Yeah. But anyway, a lot of people are trying to compare the 2025 Superman to the Man of Steel. It's not going to work because, first of all, this movie ain't even came out yet. And the Man of Steel, you can't compare it. You really can't. I know people are giving the new one a lot of hate because of the costume, but these are the same people who want comic accurate costumes, comic accurate things, but then you're hating because of a costume, but it's comic accurate. Like, which one do you want? You want comic accurate, or you just want to hate? Because I'm thinking you just want to hate, to be honest. Coming in at number 11, we have Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Now, one thing about me, I love a good superhero movie, and the Dawn of Justice, I actually liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I did. Now, it was a good movie, and the thing that really stuck out to me was the way they introduced Wonder Woman. I was like, y'all would introduce her now? I was surprised they could introduce her. And I really wish they would have did a lot more with that trio because they're the main two that got the DC universe started. There's always, every time you think of DC heroes, you always think of Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. They are the three that got the DC universe started. And I really wish they would have did a lot more movies with them, to be honest. But overall, Dawn of Justice was good. Yeah, a couple of missteps here and there, but overall it was good. Top 10 time. Top 10. Now, Coming in at number 10, we have Despicable Me 2. I love Despicable Me 2. Like, that was one of my favorite movies. And I know a lot of people are like, well, why are y'all still watching child movies, animated movies at y'all age? Why are you still cheating at your age? Yeah. Shouldn't you be settled down by now and not cheating? Let me watch my animated movie in peace. Yeah. Mind yours. Mind the business that pays you. Which ain't much because you don't have a job. Now, Despicable Me 2, I didn't it really threw me for a loop when Gru was like, uh, that man was El Macho. I didn't even know anything. I was like, Gru, you probably just hating on that man. And that's what I thought. I was like, you just hating on the man. But the man actually turned out to be El Macho. I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. As usual. Coming in at number 9, we have Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Now this movie made me sad because Sirius died, and I was like, really? Y'all just had to kill another one of Harry's peoples? Like, seriously, y'all just had to do it. Like, Harry hasn't been through enough already. This boy has watched his parents die. Honestly, they killed the parents a little too soon. I would have rather seen something like they would know, because they wouldn't have lived up to he's the boy who lived. But I would have waited, though, to be honest. I would have waited to have them kill his parents. If it was me, I probably would have waited till he got like almost close to Hogwarts age, basically, almost close to that age. Then kill him. That way we could at least see he could have had at least some time with the parents, and he would still been on. He still would have been the boy who lived, but he would have. That would have stuck with him. He would have saw the man who killed his parents, which was Voldemort. He would have saw he would have held on that grudge all the way till he got to the end. Like, I really wanted to see something like that. Unleash your rage. Hold on to that rage until you see him again. And then that's when you let loose on that man. But Order of the Phoenix, I didn't like Jane Umbridge. I did not like Dolores. Why is it Jane? Dolores. Well, no, that is her name. Dolores Jane Umbridge. I did not like her. But some did. If you liked her, you ain't no true Harry Potter fan. Now, I didn't like how everyone is automatically assuming that Harry was lying about Voldemort coming back. I was like, you know good and well, Harry is not going to lie about something like that. Like, if he's going to lie, he's going to lie about something else. Like I said, it's another case of everyone always turning on Harry. The only people that really stuck beside him was Ron and Hermione, as they should, because those are his best friends. And everyone else, they was kind of like, oh yeah, you're lying. I'm like, y'all wasn't there when Cedric died. You had like Seamus, he was like, oh, nobody was there when Cedric Diggory got killed. Was you there? Sir, you make explosives for a living with your wand. You have no right to talk. Yeah. But I'm glad that everyone came around to their senses and they understood. and they actually saw Voldemort for themselves. Now, coming in at number 8, we have Happy Death Day 2. Now, Happy Death Day 2 was one of the movies where it was like funny. It really wasn't a horror movie, but it was like a horror comedy. It was supposed to be a horror movie, but it was the horror in there. Because it was basically like a comedy to me. Because I really wasn't scared. I'm thinking that they didn't really make Happy Death Day to you too, or Happy Death Day 2 to they really didn't make it as like a horror movie. They made it like kind of like a light-hearted horror movie, like jump scares, but then like enough scare, but enough of the comedy in it. To be honest, if you get what I'm saying. But overall, that's one of my favorite movies. I like. I loved. I watched it when last time I watched it was last year in October. That was the last time I watched it. It's a good movie. Coming in at number 7, we have Monsters University. Now, Monsters University, I like the Monsters University. Didn't they say they're gonna have something else, another thing with the monsters thing come in? I think they said they're gonna have another movie like Monster University, or they was gonna something else was gonna come in to that Monsters Inc. Monster University duo thing. I think that's what they said. I don't know. I done forgot. But overall, Monster University was one of those movies that was funny, but then it was sad. Then it was funny. Then it got inspiring. Then it got funny. Then it just got like, okay, well, all right then. Coming in at number 6. Now, this is for all the romance people. 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. Yeah, I said trilogy because I ain't want to put them at different numbers. I'm going to put them right there at number 6. The trilogy of 50 Shades of Grey. Baby, when I tell you, those books were not for the weak, and they were not for the for the prudes, for the people that don't know, they're not for you lighthearted people. They're for the people they're like, oh, okay. Cause you know what I mean? I want to read the book. I wanted to read a book before. So I saw a movie. So I was like, oh yeah. Everybody's like, oh yeah. 50 Shades of Grey. You got Christian Grey. He ties up Anastasia. He has a red room. I'm like, a red room? Like, what you mean a red room? So I'm like, my mama had 50 Shades of Grey books. So I went to read them. Baby, when I tell you, I was like, Anastasia, don't play with me. Go get your man. Stop playing with me, girl. You see this man wants you, and you want to play. Stop playing with me, girl. Now let me come in this book and get you. And knock some sense. Girl, go get your man. I was like, okay. Because my name is Christian, and his name is Christian. I was like, Anastasia, girl. I'm like, now you know you want that man. The fact he bought her something. He bought her a brand new car, got rid of her old clunker. And she was like, I like my old clunker. Girl, yeah, you could man like your old clunker, but this man done bought you a brand new car. I would tear down the doors getting in that brand new car. Get a new car smell. Yeah. Now, I I liked 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Freed. I was like, okay. When I watched 50 Shades Freed, the ice cream scene in the kitchen, I said, oh, okay. I'm like, okay. All right. That's what y'all gonna be doing? I'm like, now where did you go to put the ice cream, honey? I'm like, okay, Christian, put the ice cream somewhere. I'm like, I know he finna put it down. I was a little stunned. I was like, oh my God, that's what he doing. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was stunned. I was shocked. I said, wow, okay. And she making I said, girl, I'm like, girl, don't be making no noise. You see the man just sit here want to wake up the help the people in the house. You would have been doing and it better be getting it good for you the other. You making all that noise, girl. Then knocking the stuff on the floor. I'm like, nah, he ain't hit it that good. Nah. You hit to knock that stuff on the floor, dramatic. Coming in at number 5 is the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games, the first one, Catch a Fire, well, the trilogy basically, because we're not gonna be separating the movie. Now, the Hunger Games, they're one of my all-time favorites. Like, I bought the books, read the books, I had all the movies, well, except for the last one, because every time I wanted to get it, it was always sold out. I was mad, but I remember when this was, like my middle school year. That's when the Hunger Games came out, and they had all the Hunger Games books, the first one, and then the Catching Fire. But I used to get them books, check them books off in the library. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and read these books. And I tell you, them books were so good. Like, they were amazing. And I still watch the Hunger Games movie to this day. At first, I'm gonna say this. I know some of you Katniss and Peeta fans. At first, I was Team Gale. Hold on. But after I have rewatched it and I moved on and I evolved, when I first read the book, I was Team Gale. When I watched the first movie, I was Team Gale. But then I reread the book again and I rewatched the first movie again. And I was turned from Team Gale to Team Peeta. So I have been Team Peeta ever since the first movie until the Mockingjay Part 2. Thank you. All right. Team Gale, nope. Gale, move on. Move, Gale. Come on, Peeta. So, Team Peeta and Katniss. I was Team Gale at first, but not anymore. I'm Team Peeta. All right. Coming in at number 4, we have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Now, you're probably going to wonder why I did not keep the Harry Potter movies together. That's because I was ranking them differently. Because there are some Harry Potter movies that I like, and there's some Harry Potter movies I don't really like, but I will watch. The only reason I put 50 Shades of Grey trilogy and the Hunger Games trilogy is I really didn't want to break them up. To be honest, I wanted to talk about them as a whole, but with the Harry Potter movies, I could talk about them individually. Because it's all a different thing that's going on with them. Hunger Games, you know what they're about. You know what's going to happen with the Hunger Games. You know what's going to happen. 50 Shades trilogy, you know what's going to happen. You know everything. Christian and Anastasia, They're together, they're not together. They're together, they're not together. You know what's going to happen with them. The reason I broke up the Harry Potter trilogy with the Harry Potter eight films, is because I want to talk about them more in depth instead of just be like, well, you know what? Coming in at this number, it's going to be Harry Potter and all of the movies. Because then I'm not going to be able to talk about all of them at once. Because it's very different with each movie, and it moves and it evolves kind of differently. So, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. One of my all-time favorite movies. I feel like they were kind of gearing up to do something with Harry and Hermione. And I know a lot of you Harry Potter fans out there could be like, well, no, Hermione belongs with Ron and Harry belongs with Ginny. No, not over here they don't. Harry and Hermione go together. I stand on that. I will die on that hill. Harry and Hermione deserved each other. I would die on that hill. Harry and Hermione deserved to be together. I really did not like Ron and Hermione together, or Harry and Ginny together. Harry and Hermione made better sense to me. It even the author said she wanted to put Harry and Hermione together. Honestly, I don't know why you didn't. You should have went ahead and put them together, but you didn't. So, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, I felt like it was a new era for the Harry Potter franchise with that movie. And that's my favorite movie, to be honest. How Harry got so mad and he really didn't perform magic. Like, he didn't really cast no spell. But the way he looked at her and looked at his uncle's sister, and she just blew on up. I was like, okay, you look, we got some magic you ain't gotta use your wand for. I was like, okay, because everybody has thought about trying to blow up somebody and send them away. Don't like y'all. Everybody has had that thought, basically. Yeah. Coming in at number 3. Oh, before I even get that, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, I feel like the dynamics changed, to be honest. I feel like everybody was like, they weren't really nervous anymore. The actors really weren't nervous. They fell right into the character that they were given. And with those Dementors, I was like, okay, so this is what we're doing now. All right. So coming in at number 3, we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. One of my favorites. Because, look, it's the first movie, it's the first book, we're being introduced to this young wizard, and we get to know more about him. I was like, okay, well, since we get to know more about who this person is, because mind you, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone came out way before I was born. See, they came out, but I was born in 2003, like I said, and they came out in 2001. So it's really not that far, basically. So it was, we in America know it as the Sorcerer's Stone, but in the UK it's the Philosopher's Stone. So the Sorcerer's Stone, no, the author she originally gave was the Philosopher's Stone was the original title of the book, but they decided to change it to the Sorcerer's Stone to make it like more child friendly, basically. that I know in um 2001, the book was actually banned. It was published in 1997. And in 2001, the book was banned because of Satanism and anti-family themes. Okay, what anti-family theme? Can somebody tell me what anti-family theme? Because I know Harry has a family, so what anti-family theme? Like, he has his uncle, he got an uncle, an aunt, and a cousin. What's the anti-family? In 2004 no, 2002 to 2004, the book was banned for its focus on wizardry and magic. However, these bans did not stop um, J.K. Rowling from writing the rest of the series. I feel like that's really dumb, to be honest. Okay, we all know the book is going to be about wizards and wizardry. Like, we get it. We know. What you thought was going to be bad? It's fantasy. It's fiction. Like, what you want to be? Okay? Like, seriously, what did you want it to be? I mean, I'm glad that didn't stop her from writing the rest of the series because J.K. said, baby, these bands don't stop me. I don't care. I'm going to write my books. Okay, go ahead, J.K. Next, coming down to the top two. Coming in number 2 is The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Now, I know you could be like, really? You putting you putting Amazing Spider-Man 2 at number 2? Yes, I am. The reason I did that is because I feel like a lot of people hate on that movie for no apparent reason, but some of them do have their reasons, and some of them just don't have their reasons. They just don't like that movie for no apparent reason. So that's them. But the reason I put that at number 2 was it has the potential to be a good movie, and it's one of my favorites anyway, and it's my list, so I do what I want. But the first one, it was a good movie. Like, the first Amazing Spider-Man was like amazing. It came out the park. It was instantly a hit. The second one, it came out the park swinging good, but then it lost something in the middle. Then it tried to regain something back, but it really couldn't regain what they had at the beginning. They really couldn't get it back to that momentum that the beginning had. And I always say, well, sometimes you don't have sometimes the sequel of a first movie is not as great as the first one. Well, that may be true, but I feel like with Spider-Man 2, it was okay in comparison to other sequels of a movie. Look at Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 1984. Wonder Woman 1984 was bad. Like, it wasn't even good. It was bad. It was horrible. It was horrendous. If it was me, I would have did much differently than what everybody else did on that movie. If I was the one that had directed, produced it, or write it, I would have did everything differently. But that's just me. But then when you compare Amazing Spider-Man 2 to Wonder Woman 1984, there's no comparison because The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is actually going to be a little bit better than Wonder Woman 1984. People are going to prefer Amazing Spider-Man 2 a lot better than Wonder Woman 1984. But anyway, Amazing Spider-Man 2, like I said this in the episode a couple of episodes ago, they had a little too many villains in one movie. They should have spread it out. But overall, this is one of my favorite movies. So I still continue to rewatch them. So ain't no hard feelings, ain't no skin on my back trying to watch a movie because continue to watch it. But coming in at number one is the Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. Those three movies are my all-time favorite movies. Like, and I tell you, watching those movies, because when I was growing up, Spider-Man was my favorite superhero. Like, I wanted to have the web. I had everything down from the Spider-Man sheets to the Spider-Man pillowcase to the Spider-Man action figures to I had bought me like a little Spider-Man poster, put it on my wall, to a Spider-Man hat, to a Spider-Man neck chain, necklace, whatever. I was decked out in Spider-Man because I in Spider-Man shirts, everything. Because that was my favorite superhero. Every time I I saw a movie, I want to say Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. I wanted to see Spider-Man so bad because that's my favorite superhero. And the fact that I was introduced to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, even though he came out before I was born, I was still able to enjoy it. I was still able to watch it because that's how bad I wanted to see the movie. I mean, it came out a year before I was born, so, and it is one of my favorites. And honestly, I hate how they killed Uncle Ben. I hate how they killed Uncle Ben. Like, at least give him some. Can you wait? Can you at least give him some time to see Peter graduate or something? Oh, did Peter graduate right when he saw? Oh, did he see Peter graduate? It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I think he saw Peter graduate. If he didn't, oh, my bad. Overall, it's a great movie. I love it. I really watch it again. Like, I will really watch it again if they put it out back in theaters. I know they did something last year in April for, I think it was 25 years of Spider-Man or 24. They did something, the anniversary of Spider-Man or something, and they put it back in theaters, but it wasn't in theaters near me. I was mad. But overall, Spider-Man was amazing. Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. So that's all I have for y'all. Okay? Yeah, 40 things. 20, top 20 list of TV shows, and top 20 list of movies. Now, I might do a part 2 next season. And I might bring it in for a part 2. But then I might just do the TV shows. Because this one was kind of long. Trying to do TV and movies. So, overall, thank you for listening. Tune in next time for another episode of Christian's Corner. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube, and subscribe to my Patreon. Do all of those things. See ya.